Next question. When is your album dropping? Is it still a secret?
Oh, it
It
is
won't
a
be a
big
secret.
secret.
It won't be a secret when I
Not
say this
really,
anymore.
not really.
But
But what I would say to you is this album is definitely dropping before the year ends. And the
oh,
album title is called Happy Life.
right.
So at
Like,
least I'm giving you something there.
yeah, we need something for this 2020. It's not happy anymore. Oh,
This is
all
my
right.
first album, first copy of my first album. So just recently, because this room that I'm speaking from is like my home studio.
All right.
So I was just looking at it the other day, and I'm thinking, it's about time,
Another
we
one.
release another one, and
Yeah, it's
yeah.
about time. I know, right? But okay, other than the albums, what about your collaborations? I know you have achieved major heights with that. You met a lot of honorable people, starting from recording to artists. You want to comment on that?
So yeah, I mean, for some of the main, major, and big things that I've done to start with this year only. When the year started, I featured on Papoose album because Papoose is an American rapper, like he's very big and old school. And then I did a compilation, an album, Papoose and Friends. So I
Yep.
featured on that one with a song that I did with Mikada and Adri and Swish. And then secondly, I also featured on a song that's on Marvin Priest's album, which song is called Tequila.
Yep.
And yeah, we shot a video, a nice video in Melbourne. I think
Okay.
we were invited. And I've also done another big song with one of my brethren from Jamaica, which is Anthony B, a song called Jailbird. Also working from Jamaica, I've done another song called Movie Star with Randy Syme. I've worked with Amak Don, who's from South Sudan. I've worked with Dizzy D, who's from Zimbabwe. My late friend, who I've mentioned before, The Apprentice. I think I have the most collaborations with me and him because we, like I said, we used to work together a lot. And then for my upcoming album, I also have a feature with artists like Pumako. I've done another collaboration in the past with another big artist from Zimbabwe whose name is Freeman. I've worked with other artists from other states here in Australia. For example, in Adelaide, I've worked with a guy called Melody. I've also worked with Fungai. I've worked with Ruva. I've worked with heaps of people. I'm
Yeah.
someone like I've worked with the Shutters. I'm someone who's happy to work with anyone who wants to work with me as long as we have a plan and direction and I'm down for it. Oh, definitely.
What can you say will be your next milestone?
For me, my next milestone would be to actually open up a studio somewhere, maybe one in Australia and one in Zimbabwe. So that like we can scout talent and the other unprivileged people who are talented but they can't afford to go and pay money to record at the studio or buy their own equipment. That's something heavily I want and I've always wanted to do from the bottom of my heart. So yeah, once the money is right and the proper channels and setup are there in place, I'm definitely going to be doing that. Some of the milestones that I have achieved from the past and before, in 2014 when I started, I won a competition called the Dancehall King. When MCs they go head to head together, song versus song. I won that one in 2014 when I was just starting out. I've done a few tours now outside Australia, which was one of my major milestones because I never knew like how far my music can travel. So once I got booked for my first tour to go to Dubai, that was just a wow for me and amazing. And thing to tick on the bucket list. And then after that, it was Cyprus, China, then Zimbabwe. And in 2016, also, my first song to ever be on TV was Paita Party,
Oh,
which
yeah.
was played by MTV in New Zealand and Australia. And also recently, I've managed to be one of the 10 artists to be booked to perform on this app, which is called Stream Live. It's an American company, and their launch in Australia, it happened in Brisbane a few weeks ago, and I was one of the 10 artists which got the privilege to perform on their platform. And their platform is huge because they perform people like Migos on there, Gucci Mane, Polo G, the Beyoncés, etc. So for me, that was another big milestone and a wow factor. And I've also like met and performed and opened shows for people like Sean Paul, Beanie Man, Conscience, etc., etc. You know, so those are really major milestones that I can mention. I can say I've done this. I put this on my goal of things to achieve as an artist, and I've managed to achieve them. So, which is really wonderful. Yeah. So Torah Mari, this is what I'm wearing. It is a fashion brand that I created when I officially started, but the brand and merchandise I think was more 2016 going onwards. And so the concept just about Torah Mari, what I mean about Torah Mari, it means, in if I direct translation, like Torah is get or take, Mari means money, and boys is boys. So because everybody needs to get money for survival. If you don't have money, you can't really survive. You know what
That's
I
going
mean?
to be a problem. Yep.
We all need to pay some bills. So I kind of did it as on a motivational side of things as well, because when I kind of go to Australia, you know, coming from a third world country, and I wasn't from a rich family, but we were okay-ish. But I just had this mentality that, you know, like I have to get money so that when I have my own family or when I have my kid, I don't want them to go through what I went through. That's how it came about. And you can see inside it says hard work and dedication. Then at the bottom
Yeah.
it says future of music. So like I just decided to put it all together. So, you know, anything with you put hard work in and you dedicate yourself enough, success can only come out as the future of it.
You mentioned a little bit of your future directions, but is there anything significant that our viewers and our friends and people who would follow you in the future would be interested and curious to know about?
Yeah, Slicker One is forming a band, so a Torah Mari band. So because all these years I've been in the game, I've just only been performing with a band once in a while, like if it's open mic type of things and, you know, big events. But now I'm gonna, like, from probably after the launch of the album and every other show from there, it's going to be Slicker and a live band. So if anyone wants to book Slicker out there in the future, they have to know it's Slicker and the band.
Before we end for what's stored for tonight, I want all our viewers to witness your talent. I know you got something stored for us.
All right, I'll just sing something, and this song that I'll just sing briefly so people can go and check the rest of it out there on YouTube or Spotify or anywhere. The song is called Believe for you guys. Have faith, work hard and believe. Take care of mama and your family. Don't waste no time, you can achieve. It's me want to get a youth fi happy now. Have faith, work hard and believe. Take care of mama and your family. Don't waste no time, you can achieve. It's me want to get a youth fi happy. You have to hustle and grind. Don't waste no time. From you put in the work. One day you must shine. He does not behind to hit up your big life. Work for success, it no come overnight. Torah Maria, the pray we want diva pika. Where the broke life dash with poverty. There you are plant, coffee where you want. Push your own goal, don't make a live so you can. Have faith, work hard and believe. Take care of mama and your family. Don't waste no time, you can achieve. It's me want to be get to youth fi happy now. Have faith, work hard and believe. Take care of mama and your family. Don't waste no time, you can achieve. It's me want to be get to youth fi happy now.
All right, thank you so much. So that's all we got for tonight, folks. That is Slicker One. I'm your host, Taniya J. See you next time.